3 days ago, Donald Trump called Elon Musk one of the greatest business leaders and innovators the world has ever produced. Today, he's calling him the man who has lost his mind and threatening to cancel billions in government contracts. What we're witnessing is the most expensive friendship breakup in human history, played out in real time on social media for the entire world to watch. This isn't politics. This is pure human drama at a scale that can crash stock markets and strand astronauts in space.
I've studied narcissistic personality conflicts for decades, but I've never seen anything like this. Two of the most powerful people on Earth are having a public meltdown that's affecting global markets, space missions, and legislative processes. When Trump said Musk was a big-time drug addict in private calls, then Musk accused Trump of being in the Epstein files. They crossed from policy disagreement into mutual destruction.
I was in the White House during Trump's first term, and this pattern is tragically familiar. The bromance, the public praise, the private tensions, then the explosive breakup. But this time, it's different because Musk has his own platform, his own billions, and his own space program. When Trump dumps people, they usually fade away. Musk is fighting back with nuclear weapons.
This feud started over Trump's big beautiful bill, but it's really about two massive egos who can't share the spotlight. Musk spent $300 million to get Trump elected, then expected to be co-president. When Trump started treating him like just another advisor, the relationship was doomed. Neither of these men knows how to be the number two.
Let's walk through this spectacular flameout day by day, using their actual words, because sometimes reality is more dramatic than any script we could write. May 30th, 2025, the White House Oval Office. Trump is giving Musk a farewell celebration, presenting him with a symbolic key to the White House.
Elon is one of the greatest business leaders and innovators the world has ever produced. He's sacrificing a lot through his government work. He's not really leaving Doge as his baby, and he'll occasionally return to the White House.
The people voted for major government reform, and that's what people are going to get. They're going to get what they voted for. Thank you for this opportunity, Mr. President.
June 4th, behind the scenes, the relationship is already fracturing. Musk is attacking Trump's spending bill.
This bill is a disgusting abomination that will explode federal budget deficits. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong, you know it.
June 5th morning, the Oval Office. Trump is meeting with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, but he's clearly furious about Musk's criticism.
I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot. Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. Elon knew this from the beginning. Look, Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore.
Within hours, Trump takes to Truth Social. The gloves are off.
Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts.
Musk is watching this unfold in real time. He starts firing back on X with increasingly unhinged posts.
Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Such ingratitude. The Trump tariffs will cause a recession in the second half of this year. Republicans would not have won in 2024 without my support.
Then Musk does something that shocks even his own allies. He crosses into personal territory.
Time to drop the really big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT.
This is the moment everything changed. Multiple sources told CNN this was the tipping point, when desperate phone calls were happening behind the scenes to broker peace, but Musk's Epstein accusation made it impossible. You don't come back from that level of personal attack.
Meanwhile, Wall Street is watching this unfold in horror. Tesla stock crashes 14.3%, losing $150 billion in market value in a single day.
This is classic Musk behavior when cornered. He accused that cave diver of being a pedophile. He's made similar accusations before, but doing it to the President of the United States. That's a level of recklessness that even his supporters couldn't defend.
But Musk isn't done. He starts retweeting calls for Trump's impeachment.
Yes.
Then, in a move that could affect the International Space Station, Musk threatens to weaponize his space monopoly.
SpaceX will shut down the Dragon spacecraft immediately in light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts.
This is where you see the unique danger of this feud. Dragon is the only U.S. spacecraft that can bring astronauts home from the International Space Station. Musk is essentially threatening to strand American astronauts in space over a personal grudge. That's when you know this has gone completely off the rails.
June 6th, Trump is on Air Force One, and reporters are asking about the feud. His responses are getting more personal.
I'm not even thinking about him. We'll take a look at everything. It's a lot of money. He's got a lot of money. He gets a lot of subsidy. The US can survive without almost anybody except me. I'm joking on the latter point.
But in private calls, Trump is much less restrained.
As reported by Washington Post, Musk is a big-time drug addict. Note, Musk has acknowledged using prescribed ketamine for depression.
Then Trump goes public with an even more devastating personal attack.
Elon Musk is the man who has lost his mind. I'm not particularly interested in talking to him about their feud.
Meanwhile, Musk is floating the nuclear option, starting his own political party to challenge Trump directly.
The people have spoken. A new political party is needed in America to represent the 80% in the middle, and exactly 80% of people agree. This is fate.
What we're seeing is a textbook case of narcissistic injury and retaliation. Both men see themselves as world historical figures who can't be subordinated to anyone. When their egos collided, the relationship became impossible. The drug addict comment, the Epstein accusation, the threats to the space program, these are people trying to destroy each other.
Behind the scenes, we're learning about the physical altercations that preceded this public war.
Steve Bannon revealed that Musk and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent got into an actual physical altercation in April. After a meeting in the Oval Office, they started exchanging insults in the hallway. Bessent called Musk a fraud for failing to find the $1 trillion in waste he promised. These grown men were literally coming to blows in the White House.
The human cost of this feud is staggering. Let's look at the real-world impact.
Tesla lost $150 billion in market value in one day. SpaceX threatened to end the Dragon program, potentially stranding astronauts. Trump's legislative agenda is in jeopardy because Musk's opposition gives Republicans cover to vote against it. This personal feud is affecting millions of people, investors, astronauts, government employees, anyone dependent on these systems.
The psychological pattern is fascinating and terrifying. Trump has done this before. Steve Bannon, John Bolton, multiple chiefs of staff. He elevates people, lavishes praise on them, then destroys them when they challenge his authority. But Musk is different. He has his own empire, his own platform, his own billions. He can fight back in ways that previous Trump targets couldn't.
What's remarkable is how quickly this relationship disintegrated. Let's remember where they were just months ago.
In February, Musk posted, "I love it real Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man." In March, Trump turned the White House lawn into a Tesla showroom and bought a red Model S to support Musk. They were appearing together at cabinet meetings, with Trump saying Musk was sacrificing a lot for America. The bromance seemed unbreakable.
But there were warning signs that insiders saw coming.
Musk's influence was already waning before this blow-up. He'd clashed with multiple cabinet members over his agency cuts. In March, Trump had to tell the cabinet that they were in charge of their departments, not Musk. That was a public humiliation for someone with Musk's ego. The writing was on the wall.
What makes this different from typical Washington feuds?
Scale and stakes. When politicians feud, they might lose elections or jobs. When these two fight, stock markets crash, space missions are threatened, and global supply chains are disrupted. They're not just powerful, they're systemically important. Their personal psychology is now a matter of national security.
And they're both completely shameless about doing this in public. Most political feuds happen behind closed doors with careful leaks. These two are having a nuclear war on social media in real time. They want the world to watch them destroy each other. It's narcissism as performance art.
There are reports that by Friday evening, both men posted conciliatory messages. Is this over?
They tried to walk it back when they saw the damage Tesla's stock crash, the political fallout, the international embarrassment. But you can't unring that bell. The Epstein accusation, the drug addict comment, the threats to the space program, that's all out there forever. Trust is completely broken.
What does this tell us about power in the modern world?
We're living in an era where individual personalities can destabilize entire systems. When two narcissistic billionaires have a falling out, it affects global markets, space exploration, and democratic governance. That concentration of power in individual personalities is fundamentally dangerous to stability.
It also shows how our institutions weren't designed for this. The founders never imagined a world where private citizens could control critical infrastructure like space transportation or global communication platforms. When Musk threatens to shut down Dragon, he's holding American astronauts hostage over a personal grudge. That's not how democratic governance is supposed to work.
This feud is a preview of what happens when tech billionaires accumulate too much power. Musk doesn't just run companies, he controls critical infrastructure. When his emotions are involved, entire industries become unstable. We need to seriously examine whether any individual should have this much influence over essential systems.
What happens next?
This relationship is permanently damaged. Both men are too proud to back down completely, and the personal attacks were too vicious. We'll probably see a cold war between them, Trump using government power to pressure Musk's businesses, Musk using his platforms and resources to undermine Trump politically. It's mutually assured destruction.
The really scary part is that this could get worse. Trump is vindictive and holds grudges forever. Musk is unpredictable and has no impulse control. If they keep escalating, it could destabilize markets, disrupt government operations, and undermine America's technological leadership. Two men's egos could literally damage national security.
Dr. Chen, Sarah, Alex, thank you for helping us understand this unprecedented moment. You've shown us how a friendship breakup between two billionaires became a threat to market stability, space exploration, and democratic governance. This isn't just political drama, it's a case study in how individual psychology can destabilize entire systems when power becomes too concentrated. This episode was brought to you by Unstruct AI, where we explore the human cost of power unchecked by accountability. Today we've seen how two men's wounded egos created a crisis that affected millions of investors who lost billions, astronauts whose safety was threatened, citizens whose government was paralyzed by personal drama. When individual psychology becomes systemically important, we all pay the price. The Trump-Musk feud isn't just about two powerful men destroying each other. It's about what happens when our essential systems depend on the emotional stability of people who have never learned to handle criticism, compromise, or constraint. Sometimes the most dangerous thing in the world is a billionaire's bruised ego.